everyone, my name is Mary Jo Glory and I am the first presenter for the topic 5.3 Inductive Learning. So let's proceed to our topic. Two point four. This line of argument provides crucial support for the existence of UG. It is strengthened by a number of observations on the nature of the primary language data. First, essential information about the grammatical structure including phonological as well as more post-syntactic properties of linguistic expression is not conveyed overtly by the expression, nor can it be deduced from the communicative context. 2. Some important of grammatical properties of the target system are not tested sufficiently frequently in colloquial speech to be learned inductively within the time lapse during which these properties are known to be acquired by children. 3. Inner utterance in colloquial speech are either structurally incomplete or are grammatical either because they are only acceptable in specific contexts or they result from performance error violating grammatical and or pragmatic norms of complicate a theory of acquisition in which learners rely exclusively on examples or on statistical properties of input. Consequently, learners cannot rely exclusively on the positive evidence which they find in the data. 4. Children typically do not have access to negative evidence. That is, if they use a structure that encountered previously in their linguistic environment and which does not appear in the PLD soon after their first use it, they have no means of deciding whether it is ended, a possibility allowed by the target grammar, or whether they should drop it again. And lastly, number 5, many children receive a little or no explicit feedback relating to the grammatically of their utterance, but although this varies depending on the cultural setting, all children acquire grammatical knowledge about their L1, and neither rate nor ultimate success of grammatical development seems to depend on this. Recall that the starting point of this discussion was to ask whether input-based learning can, in principle, serve as a compensatory mechanism enabling L2 learners to use constructions which, in native language use, reflect UG-related grammatical knowledge. The principal reason why this question needs to be addressed is that if one concludes that UG is not fully accessible to L2 learners, as it implied by the partial access of UG hypothesis, one must address the issue of what happens in such cases in L2 acquisition, since it is hypothesized that in L1 development, that linguistic knowledge concerned here is implemented in native grammars via triggering of knowledge available prior to experience. The issue at stake is whether inductive learning, that is, substantially different acquisition mechanism, can indeed serve as the compensatory learning mechanism. My claim is that this question can be answered positively and that it is therefore possible to account for the observation that every surface property of any given language is learnable in L2 acquisition.